Let me tell you guys a little story about extremism in Israel, which is hardly ever reported by the U.S. media. So from Business Insider and Reuters, they say, quote, Israeli police on Sunday blocked more than 200 far-right Israeli protesters from rushing guests at a wedding of a Jewish woman and Muslim man as they shouted, "Death to Arabs." So think about that. We have a marriage going on, Jewish man, Muslim, Arab woman, or I'm sorry, Muslim man, Jewish woman, I apologize. And they said, no, sorry, not on our watch, not going to happen. Now, remember, I thought people always tell me that, well, come on, man, Israel is the only democracy in the Middle East, they're the most secular, so they're more open-minded and they're more in favor of things like this. Well, why were there 200 protesters outside screaming, "Death to the Arabs," because there was an inter-religious and inter-ethnic marriage here? That doesn't appear to be very open-minded, in my opinion. So the group doing the protest is a group called Lehava. This is a group whose sole purpose is to prevent, quote, intermarriages between faiths. They actually protested Bar Raffaele marrying Leonardo DiCaprio, who's a Roman Catholic. They protested Mark Zuckerberg's wedding. They're also pro-segregation. Quote, they warn Arabs not to visit the mostly Jewish western side of Jerusalem, and they implore landlords not to rent to Arabs. So they're doing what was called here in the U.S. redlining. And now let me tell you about one of their leaders. Lehava spokesman and former lawmaker Michael Ben-Ari denounced Jews intermarrying with non-Jews of any denomination as, quote, worse than what Hitler did. Wow. And the most stunning fact of all, quote, it was revealed to have links, so the group was revealed to have links with the Israeli government in a 2011 investigation, receiving up to $175,000 per year from the state. Okay. What we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Hamas of Israel. So people always bash Hamas, rightfully so. You should. Right? They shouldn't fire the rockets. They shouldn't be militant like they are. Okay? They shouldn't be hardline right-wingers. They shouldn't have, in their manifesto or their platform that we want to eliminate Israel. But the idea that, but everybody on the Israeli side, there's nobody as extreme as Hamas is on the Palestinian side as there is on the Israeli side, total bullshit. Total bullshit. 100% bullshit. This is a perfect example of it right here. And not only that, okay, might I add, the Likud party is not much better. The Likud party, the far right-wing party in Israel led by Benjamin Netanyahu, and look, they're openly in favor of preventing the Palestinians from getting a state called Palestine. They blocked it at the United Nations. They said, no, you need to negotiate with us. And then the Palestinians were like, but every time I negotiate with you, you say no state. So I went to the UN, and now you're going to block it at the UN? So in other words, no state under any circumstance. And they more or less said, yeah, we're just going to block you from getting a state. That's just what we do. So don't tell me that there's not extremism on both sides. There is definitely extremism on both sides, and they are the ones blocking peace. The extremists on both sides need to step aside and let cooler heads prevail, because the actual solution to the fighting, or as close as we can come to a solution, there's always going to be violence. It's just a matter of what level of violence, right? The best solution is to at least go back to the 1967 borders, do a two-state solution, put a giant UN buffer zone, and give both UN recognition and statehood status. But, of course, I'm naive and dating myself to even propose that, because we get stories like this all the time.